they took us back. We went in immediately and they were doing an ultrasound, and the lady says to me, she says, "Are you sure you're not pregnant?" Okay guys, so I made it back home, and well, let me start by saying hi to the legendary gang. LJ is going to be behind the camera this time. I'm actually going to sit down with you guys because I did say that I was going to do that and kind of go over how this pregnancy came about, and also just you know, I will talk about my surrogacy. I will give you guys all that. I just have to kind of break it down because stories are long. So I did, my appointment went great. The twins are doing good. As you heard, one is breech, one is head down. So what that means is I'm going to have a C-section more than likely, but they could change within these few weeks. So I'm hoping to deliver naturally, but we will see. So I wanted to sit down and talk with you guys, and in the last video I did express to you guys that I went on quite a journey just trying to get pregnant, and just to kind of give you guys a little bit of the backstory, I was a surrogate, and that was another journey in itself. And I will definitely go into details about that with you guys at a later date. But in a sense, it took me through a lot. I was in the hospital, and I was in the hospital for a few days. Recovery was tough. You know, there was things going on with my body that I really didn't understand. And because it was my first time doing surrogacy, I wasn't really aware of the outcome of the way things could go. I mean, when you think about doing something such a blessing for another family, you really don't think about this could also end things. Alone with my husband, with LJ, and it was tough. It was tough. The recovery was tough. I did plan to have more children. We did want more children, and it was kind of like we figured we would do it after surrogacy. So that's what we did. So you guys can see this little table set up. I won't draw it out too long, but you can see this little table set up. We started trying, and I will put pictures up through the video, but we started trying, and this purple section over here, I wasn't really like logging at the time when I first started. I was using the Fertility Friend app, and I wasn't logging anything. I wasn't writing on any of my my ovulation tests. I was just taking them, hoping that, hey, my body's normal, I should kick right back into gear. That didn't happen. So I started to get worried, but nonetheless I continued, because I figured, hey, I just had you know, baby, so I would just, you know, just keep trying. So that's what I did. I started off with the pink section over here, which I started actually documenting my cycle dates. I purchased a trigger shot. It came in two, so you know, I was triggering, I was doing all the stuff that I knew just from surrogacy, and just trying to get my body to react and get my eggs to react. Didn't work. So then I started seeing my doctor, my OB, which he then referred me to a fertility doctor, because I was having issues with every month, you know, nothing, no conceiving. And again, like I said, I had a lot going on during my surrogacy and what occurred in the end, which I will give you guys that, so it'll kind of come together. but I was really like concerned at this point. I started taking the black kosh extract. I don't know if I said that right. Yeah, I started taking this, and I'll give you guys my milligrams and how much I actually took, just for those that, you know, honestly it didn't work for me, but it may work for you. And I got these over the counter at GNC, so it's not like, you know, their prescription. I started taking the primrose oil, just everything that I could find out there, you know, to try and conceive. I started taking the soy inflavonoids. And again, I got this at GNC. And I, of course, had purchased some B6. Everybody knows about B6. And our favorite is the folic acid. So I actually have a prescription for the folic acid because of the surrogacy, but this is also over the counter. So I'm sure you guys know that. I also was using the progesterone cream. A lot of people, you know, they're concerned about using progesterone cream because it's used for people that are of a certain age, and it helps with like night sweats and things like that. But I also had read and did a lot of research of my own, and it's not for everybody, but once I took the trigger, they say that rubbing progesterone on your body, I guess it helps your body ovulate. So that's something I was doing. But none of this worked. So I started using pre-seed. That was like, I started using pre-seed, and I stopped everything because this was just like really taking a toll on me. I was taking these medications like daily, on a daily. It was taking a toll on me. I got tired of taking them. You know, my husband was like, you know, you're just stressing yourself out, and it's probably making it harder for you to conceive. At this point, I just stopped everything. I was like, okay, nothing is working for me personally. I've seen a lot of stories, I read a lot of stories, watched a lot of videos on YouTube. Nothing was working for me. So I said, you know what, I'll just use the pre-seed, because pre-seed, it just really is just honestly a good lubrication for both male and female. And I don't have it here with me. I would have loved to have it because it comes in a little, you know, bar, and I'll have pictures of it going through, and it comes with like 4 little push caps, and you fill them to where it says, or you can fill them a little bit more. I would fill them over, and it has like, so you can insert it inside of your personal area, or you can obviously place it on your you know, the person that you're using it with, whether it's male or female, honestly. So she or he can use it, and it makes for a perfect situation. Sorry, and it really just does it. It really helps. So I started just using that. I gave up on all of this. I gave up on the progesterone cream. I was taking, as you can see, I used the cheapy test, the ones from the 99-cent store. I used the ovulation and pregnancy test from Equate and the Walgreens brand. Let's get this back here. I used the clear blue, the pink clear blue, and then I also used the ovulation kits, the electric, the ones that the digital ones. So the ovulation, they're all digital, but this one gives you like the smiley face ones, which I really don't recommend. They didn't help at all. Which is, let me, sorry, his belly's in the way. It's this box, clear blue. This thing I never knew when I was ovulating. I really honestly didn't. I mean, it was just like high, peak. It felt like I was getting a low face all the time. So I don't really, you know, recommend using this one. I recommend these. I'm sorry. These are the cheapest ones that I went with, and I'm telling you, I got the best results out of these. The Equate Early Ovulation. As you can see, I took pictures, and you'll be able to see. You can see the consistency. Some of the shots, I tested out the trigger. So some of them are going to read positive as pregnancy tests, but they weren't positive pregnancy tests. They were just testing out my trigger. And obviously some women know that if you take a trigger shot and you have it in your system, it will stay there just like pregnancy tests. It'll show up. But this early ovulation equate, I'm telling you, it did wonders. And I want to say I got this from either Walmart or Walgreens, one of the two. But I always, first response also worked really well. But again, and it comes with a pregnancy test in it, so it works. Don't go out and get all these expensive clear blues, and unless you really have the money for it, you don't have to do that. Equate, like I said, the Walgreens or the Walmart brand works really good, works the same, if not better in some people's eyes. And again, if you just feel like, no, you don't want to go the route, you want to, the cheapy way, it's just not for you. At the end of the day, these that you get from the 99-cent store, these I only recommend, again, just like if you just, because they don't catch as early. First response is the best one that I would recommend. They catch early. They catch really early. So I would recommend getting at least the first response for the pregnancy test, but that's it. And even the early ovulation, that comes with the pregnancy test, works wonders. Okay, so like I said, I had a doctor's appointment scheduled. I wasn't feeling well, so I told LJ, like, I'm just not feeling well. I really, really need to, find out what's going on. I thought I was sick. I didn't know if it was my stomach, if I was just constipated. Like, I had no idea what it was, but I needed to go to the hospital. So that's what we did. We dropped off the kids and we went to the hospital, and they did a urine. They asked me if I could be pregnant. I'm like, no, we were trying, but no, I'm not, and unfortunately. And they said, okay, well, they said, we want to go ahead and do an ultrasound anyway. And I thought to myself, it was a little strange, but I thought, okay, well, maybe I have something going on, because, getting cysts, that was a big thing. My doctor was noticing that I was having, doing some ultrasounds, that I was having cysts. So I thought, oh my God, I have another cyst, and it could be bad, because that is a part of, obviously, when you ovulate, they turn into cysts. So they took us back. We went in immediately, and they were doing an ultrasound, and the lady says to me, she says, are you sure you're not pregnant? And I say, no, I'm sure. And I told her, like, well, you tell me. And she's like, I think there's a baby in here. And I couldn't believe it. I was very excited. We had been trying, so all the thoughts in my head that I could not conceive on my own, I was just happy, because I had always been able to conceive on my own. So I had, never dreamed or thought in a million years that after surrogacy I would no longer be able to conceive on my own, just after what I had gone through and just the journey that we had went on. So I was like, wow, okay. Okay, so that explains why I'm in so much pain. And then she says, okay, you might want to sit down for this. And I'm like, I'm already laying down on the table, but my husband is not. He's watching the screen. And then she says, I think there might be 2 in here. And we just about died. I couldn't believe it. It was still very, very early. I was in denial for a long time. When she said that, I just thought, okay, and no, she probably just, a cyst. It's, my husband, we were like just in so much denial. Just no way, it can't be twins, or can't be 2. Like, how could there be 2? So, we leave. We go home, we have, all of this news, and we're like, okay, I want to tell my mother-in-law, I want to tell everybody, but I'm just like, okay, well, let's just wait, because, we don't even know what it is, because it was so early. It was only like 6 weeks. So we went and got ultrasounds, and sure enough, guys, there was 2 babies in there, and I couldn't believe it. I still sometimes can't believe it, and they're almost here. It's just amazing the blessings that God will, I did surrogacy, and that was through like an IVF process. The babies were placed there, and I, never dreamed in a million years that I would carry twins, and I did carry twins for my surrogacy. And just the fact that I was trying to conceive, and I was very hurt by that pregnancy, even though I couldn't say anything about the I'll have to, like I said, I'll have to do another video because it just takes me off into another lane. But I had a decent relationship with the parents, and so that goes to say that it's just your own emotions, I guess, that you deal with when you're doing something like this. You have to have a strong chest, I guess you could say. And I just never in a million years thought that I myself would be having twins after giving birth to twins and giving them away, and then God blessing me with my own set of twins. And obviously it attributes to my husband. He has twins that were in his family, and I also have a bunch of fraternal twins, which are my twins are fraternal. Everyone is so excited, but I had no idea. I just didn't. And again, it was just a blessing coming from doing surrogacy. And like I said, you have to have thick skin when you do that, when you do surrogacy. And just coming from that to then being blessed and having my own set of twins, I would have never imagined. So guys, it really goes to say that don't give up. Don't give up, because whether you cannot have children or you think you are not able to conceive, whatever the case may be, whatever medications they give you, whatever route you take to try and conceive, don't give up. Just keep trying, because I feel like whether I could have children or not, I was able and blessed with not just 1 baby, but 2 babies, and I feel like, yes, it has to do with my body and genetics and all of that stuff, but it also has to do with God. And it also has to do with just keeping my faith. And I continued. As you can see, I have a lot of rows, and you'll see them laid out. I didn't give up though. I may have stopped taking all the medications just to give my body a break, but I didn't give up on what I wanted, which was I wanted a child. I have 4 beautiful, beautiful children. And obviously having these twins is gonna make 6. And me and my husband, we are blessed with however many children we have, and how we obviously don't have a number. This wasn't planned to have twins. We obviously did not know we were gonna have twins, but at the end of the day, now my family is expanding, and I couldn't be more blessed. But again, just don't give up. If you feel like you're at the end of the road, and you feel like I've done all this stuff, I've taken all these pills, and I did the surrogacy, I did the shots, I know what women are going through that are doing IVF, that are trying to extract their eggs, and all of the above. And I definitely will give you guys the insight to what I went through for surrogacy, and just again, another inspiration to you that are going through IVF, that are trying to have babies just alone. This process, I'm sure you guys have all seen all of this stuff, and just don't give up. Okay, that's just my main thing, is just not giving up. So at the end of the day, here we are with 2 babies in my belly. And come on guys, let's get us there to the 100 subscribers, because I so want to tell you what I'm having before I go into labor. So my doctor says September 21st is around where he thinks that I'm gonna be 40 weeks. But in my surrogacy, I delivered, my water broke at about 35. So these babies, contractions, I'm having my NSC appointments, I'm leaking fluid already. So I don't know what God has in store for me and LJ, but we are hoping for 2 healthy babies, and I can't wait till we can do the the gender reveal for you guys, and I'm gonna do a giveaway at that time. Me and LJ are definitely gonna do a giveaway when we get to 100 subscribers, along with this little bundle and telling you what we're having. So it'll be exciting. So click the buttons, guys. I need you guys to click, hit the bell, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you guys want to talk about in the description below. If you want to see more of me and talking about just this stuff, I'm going to give you guys good detail about my surrogacy. I'll get all that stuff ready. It was a completely different journey, completely different medications, estradiol, all kinds of stuff. So just let me know what you guys want to talk about below. We definitely have more videos for you guys. I know LJ definitely has a lot in store for you guys, so please comment below, hit that bell notification so when I post you guys are able to watch. And just I hope you enjoy what we're giving you as a family, and just from the legendary family to the legendary game. I'll see you guys later.